They are also proposed as smarter alternative to grenade launchers. Remember, these are exploding bullets, which can serve as the same purpose but less accurate and have a limited range, making them more prone to collateral damage. The Army will begin field tests with the XM-25 system soon, with hopes of deploying it into regular duty by 2012. This is the new military. You think you're going to be able to get one of those at your local gun shows? No, not going to happen. You will never have this weapon unless you were in the military. I guarantee you that. I want to get into the CIA mistaken on high-value detainee document shows. Basically, just torturing another phony Al-Qaeda member. They always tell you, oh, we got the number 2 and the number 3 Al-Qaeda guy. Right now, the number 2 guy is a Mossad agent, Adam Perlman. Okay, I know he just talked about his Jewish roots. Give me a break. Give me a break. An Al-Qaeda associate captured by the CIA and subjected to harsh interrogation techniques said his jailers later told him they had mistakenly thought he was the number 3 man in the organization's hierarchy and a partner to Osama bin Laden, according to the newly released excerpts from a 2007 hearing. They told me, sorry, we discovered that you are not number 3, not a partner, and not even a fighter. Can you imagine being tortured by U.S. military for 6+ years? I mean, seriously, can you even fathom? I know I can't. I mean, I'm a big baby. If I get sick, if I actually get the flu, it happens maybe, I wouldn't even say I've ever gotten the flu. If I get like a fever, a 2-day fever, I'm Grumpelstiltskin. Okay. Torture for 6+ years as the number 3 guy, supposedly behind the boogeyman organization that attacked the World Trade Center. And you got juiced up CIA interrogators that have no idea of any kind of reality. Some of them do, don't worry. But other guys, the lower level guys, the compartmentalized guys, they think they're fighting for America. Let's cut off his toe. He'll tell us what he knows. He knows Osama bin Laden. He does. We're going to find out right now. Unbelievable. Let's see. President George W. Bush described Abu Zubaydah in 2002. See this guy right here in 2002 as Al-Qaeda's chief of operations. It's the number 2 or number 3 guy every single time. He's the chief of operations, just like Adam Gadon is now. Again, Adam Perlman, Mossad operative. These tapes are laughable. The Washington Post this year that officials later concluded that he was a Pakistan-based fixer for radical Islam ideologues, but not a formal member of Al-Qaeda, much less one of its leaders. See, even that's probably trumped up in hype. Abu Zubaydah, a nom de guerre for Zain al-Abidin Muhammad Hussein, told the 2007 panel of military officers at the detention facility in Cuba that doctors told me that I nearly died 4 times. Tortured to death almost 4 times. Can you imagine being on the brink of death 4 times? Most of you sissies out there couldn't imagine it once. You probably have a heart attack and actually die. I need my Jenny Light. I couldn't even deal without that in my football. What you mean, real torture? No, we don't torture. Waterboarding ain't torture, boy. Let's see. He endured months of suffering and torture on the false premise that he was an Al-Qaeda leader. Abu Zubaydah, 38, was subjected 83 times to waterboarding, a technique that leads victims to believe they are drowning and that has been widely condemned as torture. The Palestinian was held at a secret CIA facility after his capture in Pakistan in March 2002. See, there are black sites. You notice it doesn't say Abu Ghraib prison. Do you notice that? Do you notice it doesn't say Guantanamo Bay? Because there are other places where they torture people. Don't tell me there aren't off-site black ops spots where they do what they want. It's right here in print. It's in mainstream media, but I'm the nut job because I say, hey, even if they shut down, Guantanamo Bay like they say they're going to, they're not shutting down all the black sites they torture people at. So don't lie to me. I am not, they speak to us like we are children, little kids, like 4- and 5-year-olds. I am not a 4-year-old, okay? My eyes are wide open. I realize you want to be in the Middle East for the rest of my life. I realize this is about world dominance. I realize this is about a new world order. And by the way, Ahmadinejad, Mr. Iran himself, again, calling for a new world order. He's done it in the past. And, we reported how Iran had a new pledge to the United States to help them in the war on opium in Afghanistan. And now Afghanistan's the main focus. The media didn't really jump on that. I don't know what to make of these elections right now, but I know that Ahmadinejad is stressing for a new world order with less U.S. control. And that is exactly what they want. They want to bring the United States down to a second world nation, at least publicly. That doesn't mean our leaders and our lords and the corporations and the government and the bankers, the banksters, if you will, aren't going to be at the top of this, again, technopoly. I've been calling it a technocracy. It's not. It is a technopoly. Again, you'll never have that gun. That gun will never be available to me or you or the people around us. You know who it's going to be available to? NATO forces while they come storm your household to put you in the FEMA camp. Get ready, boy. There's terror drills coming at the end of July. NLE 09, you wait. You wait to see how big this is in FEMA Region 6. We'll be back after this. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Bermas, taking your calls, 866-582-9933, Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.tv.
Do you understand how dark it is? How far down the line we are? How late it is?
I want to mention this too. I'm not the hugest fan of Jimmy Carter. However, he's done the Alex Jones show, and I really did like his the documentary about Jimmy Carter. I can't even remember what it's called, but it was all about his book tour, basically, which was about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and his book was entitled "Peace, Not Apartheid." Well, apparently Hamas thwarts Carter assassination. Someone tried to kill Jimmy Carter today, and that makes sense. I mean, the Israelis, at least at the upper echelons of that government, they're brutal. They are black ops folks. They do war by deception. It's the logo of the Mossad. So, and remember, they have a real big recruitment there because everybody does mandatory service. So they really do get to kind of pick out of the entire populace of Israel. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody can get swayed into special operations, but they at least have a look. They have a resource. Hamas reportedly foiled an attempt by Palestinian terrorists to kill former U.S. President Jimmy Carter during his visit to the Gaza Strip on Tuesday. See, it's Palestinian terrorists. I'm not sure. Israeli security sources said they had learned of plans to target Carter and had passed on the information to a security detail in real time. So how did Hamas thwart this? According to Palestinian sources, terrorists linked to Al-Qaeda, hit a number of bombs along a road Carter's convoy was scheduled to travel on while in the Strip. Following Carter's entry into Gaza, 5 men, some wearing Hamas police uniforms, removed 3 large black discs and found some wiring from a sand dune next to the road Carter had used. They then reportedly destroyed the improvised bombs. A uniformed officer at the scene told the Associated Press the items were indeed explosives. Security officials said soldiers on the lookout post spotted Hamas forces dismantling explosives. They said they passed a warning on to Carter's security detail. The Israelis officials spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were discussing classified information. So obviously more to the story than what they're saying. Now, wow, this is a extensive story on this assassination attempt on Jimmy Carter. I'm going to have to read further. Sotomayor answers GOP as Senate braces for debate. Apparently the GOP is bringing up Sonia Sotomayor's relationship and membership with the Belizean Grove, the answer to the Bohemian Grove. Excuse me. The Bohemian Grove doesn't admit women. And some of the upper echelon elite women do take offense to this. They want in on the plan. Some of the more power-hungry ones, I would imagine people like Hillary Clinton and others of her ilk, the cutthroat kind. Remember, yesterday we went over that article from the LA Times, psychopathic serial killers, happen to share the same personality traits as politicians. Really? I wouldn't have imagined. Well, anyway, they actually asked her about her membership to the Belizean Grove as if that's the issue. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this quote-unquote Belizean Grove, but I think it's a bigger deal that she's a council member, a board member for La Raza. And she wrote a book called America's Deadliest, or A Deadly Obsession, all about how the Second Amendment really bans guns for the majority of American citizens. Total kookery. Go check out the website right now. It's www.theinfowarrior.com.